3 men in tactical gear were pounding on my front door so hard the hinges rattled. "Police! Open up right now!" Through my security cameras, I watched them spread out across my lawn like they'd rehearsed this moment 100 times. Black SUV. Fake patrol decals. Hands resting just close enough to their weapons to make the threat clear. They said they had a warrant. They said I was obstructing justice. And as they prepared to force entry into my home, I heard the low, unmistakable rumble of my wife's federal vehicle pulling into the driveway. If you've ever been bullied by someone abusing power, if you've ever been told to know your place, then hit like, subscribe, and stay with me. Because what happened next didn't just stop an HOA president. It ended her entire operation. My name is Ethan Cross. For 24 years, I coordinated logistics for the U.S. Army. If something broke, moved, or failed halfway across the world, it was my job to fix it. And when I retired, I didn't want command. I didn't want authority. I wanted quiet. My wife Renee and I bought a corner lot home in Hawthorne Ridge, a tidy suburb just outside Denver. The kind of neighborhood where mornings smelled like coffee and cut grass. Renee is a U.S. Marshal. 15 years chasing fugitives who thought fake names and clean neighborhoods could erase their pasts. Every morning, I'd hear her boots click against the hardwood floor. She'd kiss my cheek, grab her keys, and disappear into another day of real danger. And I'd step outside, into peace. I built raised garden beds with my own hands. Tomatoes, peppers, basil. I flew a regulation American flag, 3x5, standard pole. I worked in my garage, breathing in pine shavings and freedom. For 3 perfect weeks, no one bothered us. Then Marilyn Voss knocked on my door. Marilyn Voss looked like power wrapped in pearls. Late 50s. Perfect hair. Clipboard tucked under her arm like a weapon. Her white BMW sat at the curb, vanity plate glinting in the sun. "Oh, Queen." She smiled, but it was the kind of smile you feel, not see. "Mr. Cross," she said, scanning my property, "we need to discuss some compliance issues." She pointed to my garden beds. Unauthorized structures. She glanced at my flag. Visually disruptive. Then she handed me a violation notice. $500 fine. 30 days. Escalates to a lien. I felt that old military instinct kick in, the one that recognizes hostile intent. That night, Renee read the notice slowly. Then she looked up. "This isn't about rules," she said quietly. "This is about control." I started asking questions. Neighbors whispered at first. The Harrisons, retired Air Force, cited for their American flag. The Alvarez family, landscaping flawless, constant violations. Meanwhile, Marilyn's inner circle parked boats in driveways and ignored every rule. This wasn't enforcement. It was targeting. I filed a formal dispute. Requested HOA records. Cited state law. Marilyn responded with a letter that smelled like fresh ink and arrogance. Further resistance may result in increased inspections. I have contacts in law enforcement. That line sat heavy in my chest. Renee read it twice. People who abuse small power, she said, usually have bigger secrets. The next escalation came fast. A man named Paul Denton showed up claiming to be a compliance inspector. No badge. No business license. No insurance. When I asked questions, his confidence cracked. That night, I traced his phone number. Private security company. Not property management. Enforcement muscle. HOA funds were being used to intimidate residents. That's when I pulled financial records. $28,000 paid to shell companies. Fake consulting invoices. Security intimidation billed as aesthetic compliance. Marilyn wasn't just power-hungry. She was stealing. I didn't spread rumors. I showed documents. Neighbors stopped whispering. They started talking. Then Marilyn panicked. Fake inspectors visited multiple homes. One man even impersonated a city building inspector. My cameras caught everything. Renee watched the footage, jaw tight. "That's a felony," she said. "And she's escalating." One night, Renee came home quiet. Too quiet. She opened her laptop and turned it toward me. Outstanding federal warrant. Arizona. Tax evasion. Shell companies. HOA fraud. Marilyn Voss had been on the run for 6 years. The HOA wasn't a hobby. It was a hiding place. Renee closed the laptop. Let her keep digging. Monday afternoon. Engines outside. 3 men in tactical gear. Fake badges. Fake warrants. Real threats. Police. Open up. They avoided cameras. They spread out. Professionals. The low rumble of Renee's federal vehicle filled the driveway. She stepped out. Badge visible. Voice calm. Gentlemen, identify yourselves. They froze. She arrested them. And right on cue, Marilyn Voss arrived. Marilyn marched toward us. I'm the HOA president. Renee didn't blink. Marilyn Voss. You are under arrest on an outstanding federal warrant. Handcuffs clicked. Neighbors filmed. News vans arrived. The Queen fell, publicly, permanently. Marilyn received 8 years federal prison. $31,000 returned. Every violation rescinded. New HOA elected. Flags flew freely again. Gardens grew. Fear vanished. Bullies survive on silence. Fake authority collapses under light. Documentation beats intimidation every time. If this story gave you chills, like, subscribe, and comment. Backhand index pointing right. What's the worst HOA abuse you've ever seen? Because next time, another HOA tyrant meets their match.